Hey everyone, I just received another blaster called the Fire Phoenix, but it's nothing like a Valkyrie. Let's take a look at that because those names are getting quite confusing. I'm that old nerve guy, welcome to that. This is basically Kylie's toy take on the S200. The box is quite light. At first, when I took the box, I was not even sure there was a blaster inside, but since it is sealed and I couldn't even open it, I guess it is complete. So let's go on the table, open this thing up and check it out because it does look like an S200. So this is the box writing Euro toy, but the shipping and manufacturer's label show me that it is Kylie Toy Plastic that is making it with the address. It says 3-year-old and plus on the box, which is kind of worrying me for the performance. So I guess this is not gonna shoot really much higher than 80 FPS or something like that. This is the Fire Phoenix, and if I read here, there is no O in the word Phoenix. That may be the difference with the other one. If I turn the box around, a whole lot of Chinese instruction with the same generic picture, I guess, with some bad Photoshop for the hand. Okay, let's unseal this blaster and check it out. Oh, okay, I was not expecting this kind of packaging. I was expecting more like a molding for the blaster in the bottom. That shows the quality of this thing. Oh my lord. Okay, this thing described as a soft bullet blaster in the Chinese market. I would have to tell you, those are anything but soft. Look at the tip. They are like the old yellow and red ACC with almost with hard vinyl tip. This is very close. I would not want to get hit by any of those darts. Still, I'm gonna keep them. Always good for cheaters. We got some instruction. The magazine seems rather cheaply made, but there is screw, so I'm not afraid that it's gonna split for nothing. Let's just not drop it. Design is quite nice, but it feels like the old S200 magazine. And this blaster. Okay, yeah, it does really look like a Fire Rat. And this is really an all plastic blaster? Like the barrel is plastic inside. I haven't seen some of those a lot. That's weird. So in that box we had the instruction, the Fire Phoenix blaster, the magazine, and 20 super hard tip dart. I would advise you to not playing indoor with them because you will punch hole in the wall with a too much powerful blaster. With this, I don't think so. So far, I haven't tried it, but first thing in hand, it feels like a toy. Not completely cheap because the plastic seems good quality, maybe a bit thin, but it's a 2-part shell. It's not the big great construction to be expected from a knockoff from the Fire Rat maybe, but for a pistol blaster it feels good in hand. Where I think it's a bit more than just borrowing the geometry, it's for the handle here. This handle feels like an exact copy of the Fire Rat handle, but let's stop comparing them and check that blaster. Because this thing, is it? Why is this thing not moving? Why? And we have a good seal. Okay. Okay, this slams in and it holds. And okay, this is a little awkward where it is, but I can easily reach it. So that's okay for that. Okay, seems a little weak. Let's load the thing and fire one or two before the big chrono test, because I want to know what this thing is worth. Let me take a couple AF knockoff and a couple max dart, just so we can try it with decent dart. Is it? Oh, the max dart are barely fitting the magazine, but they're okay. Okay, so use 36mm dart with this blaster. It's gonna help you. Yeah, because that seal is very good. I hope it's gonna reflect, but I'm not expecting anything really higher than 80. It sounds weak. I don't know, it got some kind of problem. You really need to punch your mag in. But yeah. Oh, the loading, the closing of the chambering is very, very smooth in it. 83. 80 even. 83. 82. 82 even. And it's empty. Okay. That is yeah. This is to be expected. It was feeling like a toy, and the name Kylie Toy is very, very good sometimes for quality, but not really for performance. But nonetheless, the look of it is really astonishing. I really like that. I like the shape of it. It's really sci-fi. This is really futuristic. Yeah, is this glue mark or molding? No, this is paint. Okay. This is basically paint everywhere. Like, there is no metal except the screw inside of this blaster. I am pretty sure even the plunger tube is plastic, and that is kind of a bummer for me. I want to check the barrel, because that barrel is super loose. I am sure of it. I'm gonna take, yeah, this barrel is not sealing whatsoever around it. I mean, this thing is falling down. This is really a toy, but I am pretty sure I can upgrade. Even the barrel is loose here. So yeah, it would need an upgrade. And by the diameter of this seems like it would fit an aluminum barrel. I still got spare aluminum barrel left over from different projects, from different kits, and from the Fire Phoenix Valkyrie blaster. Maybe I'm gonna put a red extended barrel on this thing. Could be awesome. So okay, let's skip the big chrono test here. We pretty much have the average. It's an 82 FPS blaster, because this barrel is not sealing whatsoever. But I want to know how accurate it is, so we're gonna do a fire test, and then I'm gonna come back for a final word on this weird Fire Phoenix S200 knockoff. I mean, it really wants to try to look like it. In the end, this Fire Phoenix pistol, it's not all good, but it's not all bad either. Let's start with the few quirks that annoy me. First, there is the weight. This thing feels so light, it's almost like having nothing. I would be afraid that if I have it in a loose pocket or loose holster, and if I drop it running on the field, I will not realize I dropped it. It is that light. It's because this blaster doesn't have any metal internal. That brings me to the second point of my complaint about this blaster, which would be the barrel. It is not sealing. This is a like 14.5 internal millimeter barrel, meaning there is way too much space around the dart, preventing it from sealing and from using its power. Because when you dry fire it to test the seal, it is pretty good on it, but since the dart is not sealing around in the barrel, you don't have the real good performance. Then I guess some people will complain that the magazine are only for this blaster. I am kind of used to it with Chinese blaster. This is a proprietary magazine for this one only. It is not interchangeable, nor with the S200, nor with the S200 Fire Rat, because Kylie Toy is a different company than ZWQ. And to finish, my last complaint about this blaster would be the fake slide lock on this side and the position it have on the other side. I mean, if you are doing a right-handed blaster like this, because your mag release is here, so I guess it's a right-handed blaster, can you manage to put this slide lock in a position where we can reach it? Because this blaster for lefties is gonna be a dream. This button is very easy to hit with your finger. The problem is, if you're a lefties, this too is kind of easy to hit with your finger when you're holding the blaster, and that will lead to a big problem. Yeah, maybe a last little thing. I know I just said last, but maybe a last little thing. This magazine doesn't have the little opening at the top wide enough for the skinny pusher, or this pusher is not skinny enough. You really need to slap it inside like that, because if I prime, I remove it, the pusher is out of the way, and then it slides right in easily. That's the thing. Problem of conception. Then, for the good point, I mean, 4-barrel with no seal at all, going over 80 FPS was quite good. Plus, the quality of construction, I mean, they put some effort into this blaster, and the fact that it's a standard 2-part shell will maybe afraid less person to open it. Less people will be afraid by tuning it, modding it to their taste. I know Fire Rat can get kind of tricky to modify because this is like a one-piece shell that you need to fish some spring inside and install the part in certain order to achieve the modification. This one would be much simpler. You would pop open the top cover and then you will be able to access the internal. Speaking of the internal, it will need my attention. I am sure there is a lot of potential in this blaster. Unfortunately, when they send it to you like this, it is not, to me, it is not field ready. You will have fun for casual game, this will not hurt anyone, and it was even quite accurate for the loose barrel that it has. And the FPS was quite consistent. So for all those reasons, I really think this thing got potential. But would I advise you to buy one? No. This thing is way lighter than a stock S200. Yeah, it's much cheaper, but it feels much cheaper. I mean, you got more blaster with a lot of other small Chinese pistol than this one. This one is really like a budget offering, an entry level. But there's like too much quirk with it for me to really recommend it. If you're in the hobby and you really don't have a mag-fed pistol, or you don't have a Fire Rat, or you don't have any of those, probably it might be worth taking a look, because at the price it was on Amazon was quite a good deal. But if you already have those kind of pistol, a lot at home, you really don't need this one unless you're really an avid modder and you want to do something really cool with it. Yeah, I really think that's about it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at ThatOldNerveGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.